Welcome to the Cadence Media podcast. My name is David Haney, and I want to give you just a little snapshot of what's happening here and also in New York. It's February 15th in Portland, Oregon. I'm here with my girlfriend Julia, and we have a dog, Hannah, and a cat named Ledoux. We're completely socked in with an ice storm right now. There's no getting out. There's ice everywhere. We've lost power for the second time in 24 hours. Yeah, so we're just hanging in there. We're a little compromised with we're running off the power from my laptop, charging into the phone, and my notes that were in the laptop I'm going to try to access from the phone as we communicate. Anyway, it's been a year now. It's since I played in New York. That's the last time. I played February 15th at Kitano's and February 22nd with the New York Jazz Stories at the Public Theater. The planet has been hunkered down for almost a year now. So here we are. Vaccines are coming out, and there's already mutations, and there's concern, but there's hope, right? So, this is what it looks like a year later. Yeah, kind of get used to it. So that's where we're at. I have 4 kids that live here in Portland. One actually is in Seattle. I have 4 grandkids here. I miss them all. So I think with most people, we all just kind of miss going out and hanging out with people, simple stuff. Let's get right to it. We have made a few changes at the Cadence Jazz World website that you might find interesting. There's a section called New York Jazz Stories at the Public. These are videos and information about a ongoing, what would you call it, a residency, where it's me telling stories, and it's centered around Bernard Purdie, the drummer. The stories aren't, but the music. He's the drummer, and we have guest musicians. So check it out. It's kind of cool. There's whole shows. They're 90-minute shows. So Joe's Pub has been, I have to tell you, they have been an amazing place to work at, and I'll tell you why. They look at a performance like a collaboration between them and the artist. I think that's the easiest way to put it. If you're like me, I played in clubs and stuff for years, and the relationship with the owners is a little challenging. They're the ones that are paying you money, and I found out in the past that the more you talk to certain club owners, the less money they'll want to pay you. They'll make you sympathetic to their plight. So you learn to just kind of go in, do your thing, do a good show, and go out, and be as minimally invasive as possible, not requiring a lot of attention from the club owners. Now, with Joe's Pub, it's the opposite. It's sort of like a learning environment for them. They want you to work with the lighting, get some I use a lot of photographs during the show, right? So to incorporate audio-visual stuff they give you plenty of time to come in and rehearse it and work it out. So it's been really, what would you call it, a content, it's a good feeling to be able, as an artist, to go to an environment and be encouraged to push it, you know, like here, use us as much as you can to make this as the best show you can. So anyway, their lights are off right now. There's nothing going on. All their employees have been furloughed. We don't know when things are going to open up. It's gonna, you know, it's been really hard for clubs to maintain their leases. You know, some have gone under, some are trying all kinds of creative things to stay open. Um, that's that. Okay, so I have a site at the Cadence Jazz World. I have one of the drag down menus for myself. It's called David Haney Catalog of Works. I've taken all my stuff from my website and put it in just one spot. That's where I put a lot of my attention, so that's where that is. You can check that out. March 1st is a date that you might want to check the website out. There's a book release. It's a book called The Jazz Stories Project. These are, it's about a 300-page book. These are anecdotes that jazz artists have shared with Cadence or myself, responding to a question like, share with me a significant time in your life or a significant story, right? So they're short little stories. So that's March 1st. There's going to be something going on with the book release, and it'll be at cadencejazzworld.com. Okay, so that's kind of, you know, things progress here. The January issue of Cadence is out right now. It has Aki Takase and Alex von Schlippenbach. These are two modern pianist improvisers that are very interesting, you know, and